We we're not learning a new concept today, so we're just going to start with the history of the English language. We're going to review all the clues for Anglo-Saxon, okay? So just spend a little bit of time looking over our clues. So we have the numbers from 1 to 1,000, basic colors, farm, forest, ocean, outside body parts, everyday short common words, words with GH, words with CK, words with K, words with KN, words with GR.
No, that's GN.
GN. And then words with TW, what does TW tell us?
You're between two things.
Two, it tells us two. And then words with WR, what does WR tell us?
To twist.
To twist, okay. Words with CH, like in chip. One syllable words with TCH. One syllable words with DGE. Short words with TH and then WH. Words with the double consonant in the middle. What's that rule? You have a double consonant?
Doubling.
Not the doubling.
Rabbit.
Rabbit, yeah. So words with the double consonant in the middle of the word. One syllable floss words. Words with OW. Words with silent letter. Words with that unexpected long vowel like in mold. Most pronouns, two syllable words with consonant LE. So if you have the consonant LE pattern, remember a final stable syllable, that's probably going to be an Anglo-Saxon. The hard G before the I or the E, and then words with NG. Okay, that's a quick review of all the clues. I'm going to give you a word just to help warm you up, and I want you to tell me what you think the rule would be for this word. Okay, so take a look at this word. We have might. Now we've already learned the IGH pattern, so this should be easy for you to read, but how would you know that that's an Anglo-Saxon word? Let's unblend.
Everyday short common word.
Okay, well you got it? Okay. Is might a common word? I don't know if I would think of it as a common word, but let's unblend might. Unblend it for me.
Might.
Okay. Did each letter make a sound? No. So what clue can help you figure out that this word is...
20 words with silent letters.
Okay, good. Don't draw a line through your clues because then you won't be able to see your writing when you need it for later. Okay, so silent letters. It could also be words with the GH, because remember here on clue number 6, words with GH. All right, let's try this one. Friend. What's that word?
Friend.
Friend. What clue in that word tells you that it's Anglo-Saxon?
Does it have to be Anglo-Saxon?
Well, that's all you've learned. So all of these are going to be Anglo-Saxon.
No, I'm saying that could it be like English, like our language, like plain?
Well, we're talking about the origin. These are words in English, but we're trying to figure out where they came from.
But like
the
I'm
origin.
saying, can they not be Anglo-Saxon?
Uh-huh.
And in a different group, but I don't find a clue that goes with it, and there is no clue.
I don't know. Well, let's just focus right now on what is the clue in this word that makes that word Anglo-Saxon. All right, so what do you think?
There's clue 20 words with silent letters.
It does have a silent letter. What letter do you not hear?
The I.
Yeah, you don't hear the I. Also, this would be one that fits the short, common, everyday word. Because friend is a word you probably use every day. I'm going to school, I'm going to see my friend. What did you do today? I play with my friends. So that's probably a common word. How about this one?
When I saw Mary Kate at the party.
Oh, you did. Okay, that's a friend. What about this word? Can you read this word to me? It's a vowel pair. Okay, gray.
You just told me mine.
What was it? Is vowel pair one of the clues?
Oh, I know it. Clue between one short word with an unexpected long vowel.
So you think that the A is making the long sound and that's unexpected? But we know the pattern AY says A. Remember our card? AY says A, and when Y is at the end of the word, it's going to act like a vowel. So that's two vowels together, treated with loving care. Oh, it's right here. Remember this one? AY, tray. So this is making the sound I would expect it to make. I expect when I see AY together, I expect it to say A. So let's keep going. What else could it be? What is gray? What?
Basic colors.
Basic colors. Very good. All right, very good. So it's a color word. All right, what about this word? Can you read this word?
Bridge.
Bridge.
DGE.
DGE. You found that really fast. Good.
And there's a silent letter.
What is it?
Oh, yeah, you can see.
You can hear the I. Okay.
But the E is also silent.
But that's part of the pattern, the DGE pattern. Look at this word. What's that word?
Mind.
Mind. Okay, what do you think for that one? What is the clue that tips you off that it's going to be Anglo-Saxon?
Everyday, short common word.
Okay, that's one way. Maybe.
Can
But
you
mind is an
find
inner body part. So the Anglo-Saxon, they were so simple, they really only knew the words for the outer body part.
No, this one.
And then the parts of the body that maybe they would be cutting up and filleting when they maybe caught a fish or something. But they're not going to deal with the mind. That's going to be too sophisticated. So don't think outer body parts for that. But the mind, the word mind can have another meaning, like, did you mind your manners? Did you mind your mom today?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Short common. Let's unblend mind. Okay, what type of syllable is it?
One syllable.
It's one syllable. How would you classify it? Is this open or closed?
Closed.
Closed. How did you know it was closed?
Because there's an NG going
There's consonants blocking in the vowel. Now, what type of vowel do you have in a closed syllable? Let's do it together. At least one consonant and one vowel. The vowel is
short,
coat it with a breathe. So the vowel is short. Now unblend mind and tell me if it's making a short vowel sound. Is it making a short vowel sound? What vowel sound is it making?
Long. Wait, short words is
unexpected. Okay, so these are those wild Colt words. It's unexpected. Okay, so now let's play a little game. You can still use your clues. I'm going to show you a word, and it is either going to be an Anglo-Saxon word, and you'll use your clues to prove it, or it's not.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So you mean this was just like a little practice?
That's like a little warm-up practice. Okay, so listen. The word, you either prove that it's Anglo-Saxon, or if you can't prove it, then it's probably from a different origin, and that will be one that we learn later on. We're going to learn Latin pretty soon. Okay, take a look at this word. Orchestra.
Wait, I thought it was a compound word.
It's not a compound word, it's a multisyllabic word, because you see there are many vowels in it, so it's going to be more than one syllable. Okay, so orchestra.
No, I said it was together.
Okay, I just didn't write it close enough, but it's one word, orchestra. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think that, does it fit?
Let me check that. It fits in like the CH and chip.
Let's go over that clue. Words with CH as in chip. So what does the CH need to say? Ch. Let's see what this one says.
Work.
Is it making the right sound? So can it be Anglo-Saxon?
No.
No. Okay, so this one you would say not Anglo-Saxon because the CH is making the K sound. All right, well, what about this word? H-A-L-L, hall. What do you think for that one?
Well, it's definitely not the doubling consonants in the middle, because they're not in the middle, they're kind of at the end.
Yeah, the double L is at the end of the word, but what do we know about a double L at the end of the word?
It's the W.
What, the doubling
I
rule?
mean the floss.
The floss rule. Is that an Anglo-Saxon clue?
So it's not.
Well, check your card, check your clues to see if the floss rule is one of the clues for Anglo-Saxon. Check it again.
One syllable word, floss words. Letter.
Okay, so clue 18. So this one does follow the floss pattern, which makes it Anglo-Saxon. All right, let's stop there. So that was just a good review of our origin for Anglo-Saxon. All right, let's go over our cards. So we're going to go through them pretty fast. Vowel pair, you don't need your pencil right now, so put that out. All right, some of these are very secure, which means you don't have the picture. Others are not, and we're still working on them.
A-Y, tray, A.
Okay, put your pencil down.
E-E-E-E-L-L-O.
This is what we're working on.
A-I, sailboat, sail, A.
Good, okay. Vowel R is a vowel plus an R. Vowel plus an R makes an unexpected sound. You don't need your pencil. Put your pencil up.
E-R,
Just give me the sound.
And
And there are two sounds for this one. Okay. Mm-hmm.
R,
Good. Okay, consonant clusters. We have more than one consonant sitting together, but it's going to make one sound. Good. Good. And good. All right, special situations. They're just special like you.
I-G-H, light bulb, I.
Mm-hmm.
Like a banana. Why since?
No, that's,
Why penny?
what is this one?
Why penny eat?
Okay.
A watch. What? No, watch off.
Okay, closed syllable. We just talked about what a closed syllable is. We're going to go through these very quick. Sound. Wait, what's this one? Okay. Okay. Vowel consonant E, that's our magic E. Cross out the E, it's silent. It's going to be a long vowel.
E, U, I, O,
Mm-hmm.
A.
Good. Final stable syllable, we put a half bracket around it. Accent the syllable before.
Cool, poo, goo, boo, so. Cool, poo, so.
Put your feet down, please.
Cool, cool, boo, poo, zo.
All right, open syllables. Vowel in the end and open accented syllable. We code up the macron, long vowel say their name.
Why, fly, I.
Okay, take out a piece of paper, a pencil. I'm gonna give you a piece of paper. We're gonna practice our spelling. We've gotta go through them pretty quickly because there are a lot. Okay,
Wait, can I
a writing surface, yeah. Use this. All right, here we go, ready? Now watch me with the sounds. You're gonna echo them, say the letter, and then write them. R.
R.
Okay, what letter are you writing? Okay. That is and I want R. Yes, A-R. Okay, next one, we're gonna go quickly. Okay, I want you to echo the sound. Don't just look up and think of the sound. If you say it, that makes it more multi-sensory. 2 ways to make this one. and say it out loud.
Mm.
Okay, V. Say what you're writing. V,
V,
comma,
KS.
think of the word have. Yeah, V, comma, VE. Okay, let's get to some of the harder ones. Okay, how about this one? A. Echo the sound. A. Okay, so you've got A dash E, which is your magic E. Now final position, and then what is the way that we learn to say A when you hear it at the end of the word?
Y.
Y at the end of the word? We've learned I and E. The Y is involved, but it can't just sit there by itself and say A. Yeah, AY, good. All right.
The Y can take any one sound, right?
Well, he's supposed to be acting like the I. Okay, ready?
But he's not here.
He's silent there because he's next to the A.
CK, comma, C, comma, K, final position, CK, comma, K, comma, KE.
Very good, very good. Okay, next
And
one.
I'm going to say, nope, it's KS.
Next one.
Okay, easy.
Watch my mouth.
T.
All right, there's another way to make the T sound. Yeah, but say, say suffix ed, vowel suffix ed. Okay. There's another way.
U.
U, comma, A. Good. All right. Let's get
I put
let's
arrows
kinda
like
easy.
that.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, how about I? Just leave it. I. Okay. Very good. So you've got your magic E and your I at the end of the word when it's the only vowel in the word, like fly. Good. Let's do a couple more. How about D?
D.
Okay, what'd you write?
D, comma, suffix. I mean, suffix and suffix keys.
Okay, all right. Okay, this one's hard. There's two. Ready?
So that was the first one I did.
No, we did R.
Oh, this one.
Okay. Okay, good. So you've got for ER and then for the OR.
So
Let's do. Okay, here's a good one. E. You've got two at the beginning, two at the end. Okay, so you've got your vowel pair and then you have your magic E. Now, final position. Now, what are
I did that so
That's fine, that's fine. How do you write E at the end of the word?
well, I know we can do the E dash E.
Mm-mm.
Yeah?
Mm-mm.
Alright. E.
Okay, E. So your vowel pair. What else?
Okay, should have done one.
Show me. Show me the E. Okay, it's a Y. Good, like in penny. All right, we have to move on. Let's do one more. Last one is ch.
That was an easy one.
Now, that's the way to make it for the beginning of the word, but we have two ways to make it at the end of the word. Final position.
Well, the CK can be
No, it's
CH can be at the end.
CH can come at the end, but there's another way that you can also make ch at the end of the word.
CK?
No,
SH?
no. Think about patch. Yeah, your TCH. Good. Okay. All right. So let's move on. We're going to do our reading practice. We don't have a concept, so I'm just going to get you quickly warmed up. Let's look at this word. P-A-I-L. What is the name of that syllable? Do you think that's an open syllable, a closed syllable, a vowel pair syllable? Because you saw right away two vowels together. So I'm going to put a macron over the A. It's going to say it's long sound. I'm going to lightly cross out the I. It's silent. Let's read it together.
Pale.
Pale. All right. So I'm going to get a pail to go to the beach and make a castle.
Or your skin color is very pale.
Okay. That's another way to use the word. It's spelled differently though. All right. Let's do this one together. What is the name of the syllable?
Vowel pair.
Vowel pair. So we have two vowels together. So I'm going to mark this one. I'm going to cross that one out. I have a consonant cluster at the beginning. I've got three consonants together. Actually, that's probably a trigraph, not a consonant cluster. All right, let's make the sounds.
Strain.
Very good. All right, now let's try to read some of these words. Okay, sit down on your body. You don't. If you need to code anything in line 1, then code it. If you need to read it silently in your head, then read it silently. But if you feel like you're ready to go, because this is a couple days now we've been working on this, you should be able to go through this pretty quickly. So,
nail, plane, raid, tail, train, hair.
okay, stop right there. On nail, what rhymes with nail?
Pale.
Good. What is the syllable type for plane?
Vowel pair.
Okay, good. In line 3, what rhymes with train?
Cane.
Cane, good. And what's another use of this word hair? This is the hair like the hair on your head, but what's another use of that word?
A rabbit.
A rabbit, yeah. Line 3.
Number 3. Trail, aim, chair.
What does aim mean?
Like if you're playing archery, you have to aim for the right target.
Okay, what's it mean?
To identify the shot.
Identify the shot, it's a good word choice. To point at your target. Okay, line 4.
Number 4. Gain, aligning.
Try that one again.
Ailing.
Okay.
Ailing, chain.
All right, where in line 4, do you have a derivative on that line?
Yes.
What is it?
Ailing.
Okay, what's your suffix? Ing, what's the base word?
Ale.
Ale, good, put it together.
Ailing.
Ailing, and that's what you're doing when you're coding this and boxing this off. That's exactly what you're doing, and you need to do that for the reading when you get big words like this, okay? Line 5.
Grain, fair, man. Wait, I know it. Mountain.
That's guessing.
Mantail.
Okay, so how many syllables in that word?
2.
Then let's break it up by syllable and read one syllable at a time. You'll be more successful. Read me the first syllable.
Man.
No, you've got 2. Not maintain. Maintain. Do you understand the word? It means like, I maintain my innocence. I'm standing my ground saying, I'm innocent, I didn't do this. All right, let's add these words to our deck.
What does innocent mean?
Like you haven't done anything wrong. You're
like the story you told me yesterday about the bad guy?
Yeah. Read me this word.
Maid.
Maid. Now this isn't the maid like I made my bed. This is the maid like someone who comes to help you clean up your house. And then what is this one?
Aid.
Aid. And this is like help.
Would you call it on the spirit like a maid?
You could. I don't. You want to use a nicer word like housekeeper or helper or something like that. Let's go over our words.
Strengthen. Hunch.
Do you remember what a hunch is? What?
Camels have 2 hunches on his back to keep water in there and to block sun.
Okay, the way we were using this word was hunch was like an idea. I've got a hunch that y'all are throwing a surprise party for me. Something like that.
Interference.
Try it.
Interference.
Try it again. You're guessing.
Interference.
All right. Look at this one. Inter, and then we've got a magic-y syllable here. What time is this? We gotta move quickly.
Interference.
No, there's no CE at the end of it. So you have inter, E, N, intervening. All right, this one, there's no L, so don't. Very good.
Gangrene.
All right.
Alley.
Okay.
Almost me.
Mm-hmm.
Strengthen. Lengthen.
Okay.
Stampede.
Okay.
And please. Wait. Don't let me.
Wait, will you sit up, please? Thank you.
Imply.
Okay.
Dense. Tense.
What's that?
Tense.
Tense.
Lobby. Jiffy.
Jiffy.
Flurry.
Mm-hmm.
Scurry.
Mm-hmm.
Polite. Thrifty. Thirsty.
Mm-hmm. You have 2 seconds.
Shockingly.
Okay, good.
Kingly. Display.
Mm-hmm. These are some of your new
Raise.
ones. Good. And
Aim.
okay, all right. And then we just did. Okay. All right. Let's open up your spelling notebook. We're going to practice the OR pattern. So open up to page 37.
I thought we were at page 13.
37. Okay. 37. Let's read the top. There we go. All right, just reread the top for me.
The or
Sound in the initial, medial, or final position is spelled with the letters O-R as in fork. All right, I want you to unblend the word, all right? If it's 2 syllables, you're gonna wanna clap it out, spell 1 syllable at a time. Let's start with the word dorm, unblend it.
dorm.
Mm-hmm.
D or
Okay, write it. Okay, how did you spell it?
D-O-R.
Good. Okay, sit on your bottom, please. Now let's do the word horse. Echo it.
Or
Unblend it.
H or
Make sure you're clipping that H. It's or. Okay, write it. All right, let's see what you have. You have H-O-U-R-E-S. Let's read what you wrote. Our as. All right, let's blend it 1 sound at a time. What's the first sound you hear in horse? Good, write it. What's the next sound you hear?
or
Write it. What's the next sound you hear? Okay, write it. Now, what do we know about, there you go. When S is at the end of the word, you've got a consonant right here, you're gonna need your silent E. All right, now read me the letters for horse.
or
Those are the sounds. Give me the letters. H.
O-S.
Good. All right, let's do the word hornet. Sound it. Echo the word.
Hornet.
How many syllables in the word?
Hornet. 2.
Now just unblend the first syllable. Let me hear the sounds when you.
Or
Let me hear the sounds. Unblend it on your fingers.
or
Okay. Now what's the next syllable?
net.
Unblend it on your
Net.
finger. Good. Write it. Okay. What'd you get?
Hornet.
Good. Let's try. We've got a little bit more time. Important. Whoa. Echo it.
Important.
Okay. How many syllables?
3.
All right. Do 1 syllable at a time. I should hear you making the sounds.
Port. In. Important.
Important.
Important. Important.
All right, now, everything is good except for this vowel right here. This is an unfair vowel because we have a schwa here. Schwa will either make the short U sound or the short I sound. The origin of that is Hebrew, and it means emptying out. So it's unfair. So I'm going to emphasize it when I say it. Important. That's how you'll hear that it's the vowel. Well, that's what you hear because it's schwa, but that didn't help you for spelling. So let me emphasize it, and then you tell me what vowel it's going to be. Ready? Important. It's an A. Okay. So if I emphasize it, that helps you, but now you know it's an A. Rewrite the whole word and make the A much darker so your brain will remember that it's an A for important. And go over that A several times because it's going to give you problems when you really try to write it again because of the schwa. How about scorn? That's good. Unblend scorn for me.
Scorn.
Let me hear the sounds first.
Scorn.
Okay, write it. All right, what did you write?
Scorn.
Okay, what are the letters?
S-K-O-R-N.
All right, now watch me. When I say scorn, watch me unblend it. S, k, or n. Those are the sounds, but when I have a k, I've got choices, right? When you were doing your spelling, you could use a CK, you could use a C, or you could use a K. All right, you originally had a K, but you just changed it to a C. Why did you change it to a C?
Because the K doesn't sit next to an O.
There you go. What does C like to sit in front of and say k?
O, U, and A.
Yeah, A, O, and U, and say k. So when you write it,
And any other consonant.
and another consonant. So when you write it, look carefully, Allie. When you write this word with a K, it should look funny to you. Now, if this is a very new and unfamiliar word to you, it's not going to look funny to you. You've never seen it before. You have to remember, oh, the K. There are 3 ways at the beginning, and so far 3 ways at the end. I need to go back through my patterns and figure out, did I use the right
It
sound?
doesn't look funny to me because I've
Never seen it before, and I'm trying to give you very new words, so you're really forced to pull out all your spelling patterns and evaluate which one is correct. The k sound has many, many different ways to be spelled, so it's important to check yourself after you've used it once, okay? Do we have time? No, we don't have time. All right, let's move on. We're going to do some writing. So we read our story on the bees, right? You liked it? And we did all of the interview and all those fun activities with it. Well, now we're going to write. What do bees make? What do bees make? Honey. We're going to write about honey. Okay? We're going to write a paragraph about honey. It's a descriptive paragraph, so you're going to describe it. So if somebody from another planet landed here and said, what is this? You want to explain it to them. You're going to tap into your sensory system and talk about taste, smell, feel, sight, all of that, okay? But we're going to put it in the paragraph. So first of all, when you write a paragraph, you start with name and category. What is this name?
Honey.
And what's the category?
Food.
Put it together in a sentence.
Honey is food to be.
Okay. All right, now we're going to state the use or the function of the honey. What do we use it for?
We use it for to flavor the food.
Flavor the food. Put that together in a sentence.
Bees make honey for us to flavor our food.
So Are the bees making the honey thinking, I'm going to do this to flavor the food, so when the people get ready to eat it, they will enjoy the... No. We don't really need the bees in this sentence. They're not really doing this for us. It's just their purpose in life. So let's zoom in, fine-tune your antennas and zoom in for, what's the purpose of honey?
For flavor.
There you go. Put that together in a sentence. Okay, honey has flavor for food. Okay, now I want you to state one characteristic. So if you were talking to this person from another planet and you had to describe honey, how would you describe honey to them?
It is very sweet.
Okay, right. So you're talking about taste. That's the part of the sensory system you want to use first. You're talking about taste. Okay, now we're going to, we've already used taste, now we have to use a different part of your sensory system. State another characteristic. It cannot be taste.
It smells bad.
Does it smell bad? That's your opinion, okay? So we have to use words to describe that, because this person, bad is kind of a subjective.
It smells like dirt.
Does it smell like dirt? Okay. Let's smell, because I don't know that it smells like dirt. I agree with you, it doesn't smell fantastic, but I don't know that it smells like dirt. Now, if smell is too difficult of a sense to capture for honey, then we can move on and use a different sense. I don't know what word I would use for that either.
Okay, let's move. Let's say what it looks like.
Okay, let's use sight. How would you describe what it looks like?
It looks reddish and goldish.
Gold. Yeah.
Goldish reddish.
Okay. So put that together in a sentence. So you're using your sight to describe what it looks like.
How do you spell reddish goldish?
Red-ish is a suffix that you're going to learn later on. So it's a vowel suffix. But hold on a second. Well, we'll talk about it later when we get to spelling. But red is your base word. So do you double, drop, or change when you get ready to add your vowel suffix ish?
You double.
You double it. Why do you double it?
Because it's a vowel suffix.
Yeah, because your base word has one vowel, one consonant. You're adding a vowel suffix. You double. All right. Honey looks reddish. Okay. Now, again, we'll cover this whenever we're in spelling, but I gotta talk about it now. Goldish, what's the base word?
Gold.
Gold. Now, you're adding a vowel suffix. So do you double, drop, or change, or do you just stick it on? Well, you've doubled. You doubled, but look at your base word. Is it one vowel, one consonant? No. LD is two consonants. So do you double? No, you just stick it on.
And is it the same as that one?
Well, look at your base. One vowel, one consonant. You double that one. Okay, you got to keep these rules straight in your head. All right, now let's move on to, let's make a comparison. What is honey like? So you want to compare it to something.
You mean like sweet or something like that?
You can compare it to something that's sweet.
I think you already know what I'm going to say. I think it's a sweet one.
Okay. All right, got it? Okay, last one, closing sentence. Your closing sentence is going to sound a whole lot like your first sentence. You just need to move some words around and maybe kick up the vocabulary. Okay? So let's go. It's helpful to go back and reread your first sentence so you know what it said.
Honey is food that bees make.
Okay, so
let's use honey and bees.
Okay, well, we've been talking a lot about this being food. We haven't been talking so much about the bees. I don't know that you need to keep bees in it as much as you need to keep food in it.
Okay, so we'll talk about honey and food.
Yeah, I would focus on honey and food. Now, you can't say the same thing, honey is food. You want to close this up, but it does need to talk about honey and food.
And it has to say those words in it?
Now, you can give it better vocabulary words.
Is there another word for food that you know? Or honey?
I don't know another word for honey, but we could use words that describe honey, so we're not necessarily saying the word.
You mean I could say gooey honey?
So use an adjective to describe that noun. You could do
gooey
that.
Honey is good food.
Yeah,
that bees make.
that works. Okay, you can't say that bees make because you use as exact.
That we use for food.
That we eat.
Oh.
That's how I would help you. All right, now can you remember it enough to put it back? So try to put it all back together.
What was it again?
You had an adjective to describe the honey.
Sticky, gooey honey. How do you spell gooey?
What's the base word?
Goo.
Goo, and then the suffix.
Is it O-O?
Mm-hmm. There you have it.
Gooey.
Mhm.
Gooey. Gooey honey.
Yeah, it's not that special.
Bees are very special.
Hmm.
Gooey honey. Gooey honey is good food that we eat.
There we go. All right, so we've written your rough draft. We actually have enough time that we can start to edit it right now. Okay, so first of all, just read me your whole, you have all the right sentences and they're all in the right sequence, but we do need to kick it up a notch and make sure that we've got good sentence fluency. Our spelling is good. We've got capitals in the right places. We're gonna chops it. All right, first of all, just read me your sloppy copy.
Honey is food that bees make. Honey has flavor for food. Honey looks reddish goldish. Honey is as sweet as my mom. Gooey honey is good food that we eat.
Okay, good. So this is a standard paragraph, but we're moving into second grade and you know that we need to bring it. We need to bring better vocabulary, more complex sentences, and clean it up. So let's look at the first sentence. What does it begin with? Honey. What's number 2 begin with?
Honey.
What's number 3 begin with?
Honey.
What's number 4 begin with?
Honey.
What's number 5 begin with?
Honey.
What's number 6 begin with?
Gooey.
Ah. We have 5 sentences that start with honey. You can only use one sentence. That's sentence fluency. You can only start your sentence with that word one time. Which one do you feel like, oh, there's no way you can change it? It has to start with honey. The others, we're going to have to change. So one sentence gets honey. Number 5, you feel like you cannot change that. Okay, fine. So honey is as sweet as my mom. All right.
I want to change it to honey.
Okay. So for the first 4 sentences, we have to change. All right. So let's look at number 1. Let's start with that one. Honey is food that bees make. Let's not start erasing yet because it really depends on how we change number 1, which will impact how you change the rest of them. So use this pencil as a better eraser. What do you want to say for number 1? Keep your theme, honey is food that bees make. Allie, don't erase number 2 yet. We're focused on number 1. How can you change number 1 so that you have something different at the beginning?
I feel like...
You don't need to sharpen it. What could you say?
Bees make sticky food for us.
You can still use the word honey, it just can't be the first word in your sentence. So bees make honey, or a food called honey.
A food called honey is food that bees make.
So you started off with bees, and that works. Bees make a
Wait,
food
can
called
I
honey.
do, a food called honey is food that bees make.
You can? Mm-hmm. So a food called honey is,
Food.
let's say something
So we'll just put a line through it.
that bees make. All right, let's go to number 2. Honey has flavor for food. Now, you can use a pronoun, or you can,
What's a pronoun?
remember the pronouns, they're yellow, they take the place of the other noun. So instead of Sean, you might say
Sean
he.
went to Sean's backpack.
Yeah, Sean went to his backpack, yeah. All right, so what do we want to do for number 2? Honey has flavor for food.
I know we can do on this one.
What do you think?
It.
It? Okay, so that's an easy way to use that little pronoun. All right, it is sweet. Now let's come back to this one. So far we just have 2 to change. We've already done 2. Honey has flavor for food.
This has flavor for food.
This is a flavor for food.
Or this is flavor for food.
Yeah. Okay. So this is flavor.
The original pop off.
Okay. Now we have one more we have to change. Honey looks reddish,
2 more.
goldish. No,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
keep that honey. You can have it one time. Honey looks reddish and goldish.
This looks
You've already used this.
That
That.
looks better than good.
That would be a phrase. That wouldn't be a complete sentence.
Can I do the honey? I'm still using honey.
You're using the. You can do that. That's a different way to start your sentence. As long as your sentences start with a new word.
The honey.
All right. The honey looks reddish, goldish. Honey is sweet as my mom. Gooey and okay, good. So sentence fluency. Everything starts with something different. Okay. Now let's.
So which one was this?
Okay. Now we haven't done chops yet. We'll do chops in a minute. We're gonna. First of all, we just have to get the vocabulary going and get the fluency going and check to make sure that it's a 2nd grade level paragraph. Then we will edit the paragraph for chops, which are the mechanics.
I love
Read me your paragraph now. So we're in sloppy copy number 2. We've made lots of good changes to it to kick it up a notch. Read me your paragraph now.
A food called honey is something that bees make. This is flavor for food. It is sweet. The honey looks reddish and goldish.
Sit on the
Honey
bottom.
is as sweet as my mommy. Gooey honey is good food that we eat.
Okay, it sounds really good. Is there any sentence in here that you feel like, I need to probably put better vocabulary in it?
These two.
Okay, so let's take a look. This is flavor for food. How could we make that sentence sound a little bit more robust with stronger vocabulary? Maybe putting in some adjectives to describe a little bit more. You can either do that sentence or the other one you suggested, it is sweet.
Can we start with it is sweet, like an easy round, like a practice?
Yeah, a warm up?
Yeah.
All right, it is sweet. Is there anything we could do to kick that up a notch?
It is, like, can I compare it? Like, it is a sweet something else?
Well, we've already done a comparison, and you can certainly do other comparisons, but for this style of paragraph, I think we'll just leave it to one, but you can put adjectives in it. You can add to it, make it a little bit longer. You can combine thoughts. You can talk about how it's sweet, but you might also want to talk about the opposite. Another sense would be how it smells. They may be opposite feelings. One is very, very good. The other one is, I don't really like the way it smells.
Okay. So it is sweet tasting.
Okay. So
But
sweet.
bad smelling.
There you go. So sweet is now an adjective describing how it tastes. But you're also giving me so much more information because you're now just using another sense and you're telling me how it smells. So it is sweet tasting, but
It smells gross.
it smells gross.
It smells so-so.
You can use the word gross. Gross is a stronger word than so-so.
Bad smelling. Or gross smelling.
Okay. So you've used your sense of taste and you've contrasted it with the sense of smell. Got something good and then something not so good. Okay. All right, read me the sentence now.
Gross.
Why don't you say, but smells gross? Smells gross. Because you're running out of space. I like this sentence because it's complex. You're telling me something positive and then you're telling me something negative.
What do you
But
mean?
negative, like it's, it may make someone say, well, I don't want to try it. But you're giving them so much information and you're describing it, they're going to be able to make a decision easily about whether they want to try this food or not because you're describing it so well. All right, take a look. Now reading that sentence one more time.
It is sweet tasting, but smells good. Gross.
Okay, now we've made lots of different changes to it. I think your paragraph sounds really good now. Let's read it from top to bottom and get a good sense of how it sounds.
A food is something that bees make. This is flavor for us.
Hold on, read your first sentence again. You missed your carrot.
A food is called honey. Wait. A food is called honey.
Your carrot comes right after food.
A food called honey is something that bees make. This is flavor for food. It is sweet tasting but smells gross. Honey looks reddish goldish. Honey is as sweet as my mommy. Gooey honey is good food that we eat.
Okay, do you like it? Sounds a lot better. Each time we've made little changes, it gets a lot better. Okay, so I think you're ready to chop, so that means we're gonna clean it up. All right, let's just quickly review. The C stands for capitals. Do I have a cap at the beginning? And do I have places that don't need capitals? H stands for handwriting, and that's also a good time to check for any backwards letters. Like, what do you have trouble with?
B's and D's.
Okay. O stands for organization. Does it flow? And do I have my words in the right order? P stands for punctuation. You read the sentence and say, am I asking, telling, or screaming? And then S stands for... All right, and the other thing about sentence fluency that I just remember that we forgot, you don't want to have every sentence ending with a period. What sentence in here do you think we could change that would give us a different punctuation ending?
Can I do one of the exclamation mark?
Yeah. Which one?
Number 5.
Number 5. So what punctuation mark would you use?
Exclamation.
Okay, and that changes up the fluency of your punctuation, which means you're going to read it differently. So now read me this paragraph attending to the punctuation.
A food called honey is something that bees make. This is flavor for us. It is sweet tasting but smells gross. The honey looks reddish goldish. Honey is as sweet as my mommy.
Okay, so you put the emphasis on that because of the punctuation.
Gooey honey is good food that we eat.
Perfect. Okay, this is really good. We need a chop set, but we're out of time for this lesson, so we'll have to chop set the next time. Okay.
Did it go off? Turn the thing?
Well, I don't know how to